Hi guys, welcome to my coffee show. My name is Charles and today we have a coronation special. I will take you to a coffee shop, the coffee shop that actually supplies tea and coffee to the royal palace. We will buy some coffee there and then we will bring it here to have an espresso. So definitely click like, subscribe and well, let's do it! I've got a bag of coffee, great place to be, so I strongly recommend 79 Duke Street. Let's go back to my beautiful kitchen. Oh, that was actually a longer walk than I thought. The place is being ready for the coronation, so some road closure, so I had to walk around. But I'm back with the bag of coffee. So as you can see, that Higgins coffee store, it looks kind of old-fashioned. They started in the 1940s and it has been owned by the same family for the third generation now. Many different coffees to choose from. I asked them which coffee would be the one that the King Charles actually drinks, but that's unfortunately a state secret, so they couldn't tell me. They recommended few and I went for the old-fashioned 1942 blend. That should be good for espresso, cherries, hazelnut, chocolate. That's what we would expect from the old-fashioned espresso. So let's have some espresso now. Very chocolatey. They don't look too dark. I would say kind of a medium roast. We will go for that new profile on Decent 80's espresso. Pressure will ramp up below 8. The interesting thing here is the temperature will start with 80 degrees. It will go down to 72 degrees Celsius. So very low. For the ristretto they recommend 1:1 ratio. If you want to pull a double shot they recommend to up dose by 10 or 20%. The profile seems easy, but it should be interesting, especially for this coffee. I'm going to use slower flowing basket, so here I've got a Reneka filter basket. If you don't know what it is, I have a video about it. So that's the basket that, at least in theory, it has 15,000 holes. But it is in fact a very slow flowing basket. So here we have my ristretto. Ristretto from Italian, I think that means restricted. I think that any espresso below 1:2 ratio would qualify as a ristretto, but this is definitely ristretto 1:1 ratio. Long live the king. Very mild, but there is a depth. There is a depth, there is a body. It lingers on your tongue, it stays for a long period of time. That flavors they develop, so there is a sweetness that hits you first, then it develops into chocolate and fruitiness. Cherries, yes, but very in the background. I've done a few of those ristrettos, trying to dial them in. This is probably where I can find the most cherries. Previous attempts were well over 40 seconds and they were slightly too bitter. This one, 26 seconds, is just about right. We have that balance between sweetness, bitterness, and we can still look for those nuances. Probably still prefer the longer shots. This is a different experience. That silkiness, that smoothness, very interesting. Is this coffee worth the king? I don't know. Guys, if you are still here, definitely click like, consider subscribing to the channel. Plenty more things coming. Are you going to watch the coronation? And then, what would you say is the coffee that actually is fit for the king? What is the coffee that you suspect they might be drinking at the royal palace? Doesn't have to be a British royal palace, any royal palace. But for today, thank you very much for watching. My name is Kamila, this is my coffee show, and hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you, bye!